Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So something happened when I looked at this video from Religion Camp, or Mark Gagnon as he's known. It says this here, Isaiah 34:14, where it says Lilith, because the video is about Adam having another wife called Lilith, and he's quoting Isaiah 34:14. However, we're going to look at the Greek text, the Septuagint, and see what that says. And there was also something interesting because I posted a comment on this video saying the ancient Greek actually says this word, and this word. And I posted the link to the Perseus Tufts website where you can see what the words mean. And I went back to the Septuagint online version, and when I came back to the YouTube page, I refreshed the page and then my comment was gone. Last time I did this, it was there and then it went away. They deleted it, look at it. There you go, now we have evidence. So he used Isaiah and he admits that, hey, this is just one of the translations that could be possible. There's a lot of other ones. And then he goes into the Greek version. Let's take a listen to what he says about the Greek.
The Greek Septuagint will use onocentaur.
That's okay, he probably hasn't seen the word that often, so he's just reading it pretty quickly. Oh, what does the Greek say? It's got one word called the Septuagint. That's how it's said, that's how it's spelled, all right? Septuagint. The words here we're looking for are Lilith. There is no Lilith here. What we have is daimonia, what a demon is, and we'll show you what that is. Onokentaurois, and onokentauroi here. I'm going to show you what these words are, so you'll see that the English version he's pulled up here has nothing to do with what the ancient Greek says. But first we'll take a look at what the translations are and how many there are. So there's English here, King James, New King James, all these other ones. Now, where do we find Lilith? So we've got Lilith in 1, 2, 3 translations out of, I counted it before, I think there's 20 English translations. So whoever's using Lilith or Lilith in these translations, they're not using the Septuagint. So we know where Lilith comes from. It comes from the Hebrew. So that's why it doesn't make sense, because when we have a look here, they've translated Lilith as the night creature. One occurrence, it's only got one occurrence, okay? The night monster, the screech owl, the night. But we know that's not what it says in the Septuagint. It uses onokentaurois and onokentauroi. It's talking about the same thing. So let's take a look at daimonia and what that means. Daimonia comes from the ancient Greek from daimon, which means a god or goddess. So that's the first one we looked at, daimonia. And now the next word, onokentaurois. Kentaurois means, right here, here's kentauros, a savage race, monsters in double shape, half man, half horse, if you know what I'm talking about. Because down here, Roman numeral number 4, as we've seen before, is of a paiderastes. And where have we seen a word like this used before? Oh, we've seen it in the Gospel of Mark, haven't we? Mark 14:48, when Jesus was arrested. The passage, Mark 14:48 to 52, leistes, the word here that's pointing to, refers to, according to Hesychius as well, a paiderastes. Kentauroi leistai, so these are all equating. Paiderastai, so this is what Jesus is saying he's not doing. Not a leistes, not a paiderastes. That's what they're equating. Why would Jesus say this if he wasn't arrested with a naked boy in Mark? So this is what we're talking about. This is the word that's being used twice. In Isaiah, when it's talking about the demons, the gods, and the centaurs, or the paiderastes. Kentauroi again down here. King James is very interesting because it says the wild beasts of the desert shall also meet the wild beasts of the island, and the satyrs shall cry to his... So what they're talking about sounds like Saturnian satanic religion. So there you have it. I just showed you the Septuagint. That's the Greek version and what those words say and what those words mean. And in regards to the YouTube comment, apparently YouTube does this. So either way, if it's him or if it's YouTube, someone doesn't want the original sources to be shown. They'll just mention it briefly and then pass it on. I just showed you they're deleting the comment and they didn't delete the other one. Only the ones that said, here's what the original Greek says. So they don't want these sources out there. Doesn't matter, we're going to give it to them anyway.